Governor Kathleen Sebelius is here with us this evening. Governor Sebelius is from Kansas, okay? We're talking Kansas. I lived in Texas. It's hard to be different in Texas. This is Kansas.
Donna told you I'm from Kansas. Right in the middle of the country is Kansas. And Kansas has unfortunately gotten a bad rap over the years because we have a few wackos in Kansas. And they get way too much airtime. And part of what I've been trying to do for the last 6 years that I've been proud to be governor of this great state is remind our state of the great heritage that is Kansas. It's my Labor Day proclamation about workers last year was to issue an executive order which added sexual orientation and gender identity to our anti-discrimination statute. You know, I think we get so used to people telling us we're different from one another and we should be afraid of one another and we should be divided and apart, that it almost seems to be something that too many people accept. And I can't wait for 72 days from today when we elect a president who uses the bully pulpit again to say, we are all together. We are all one country. We are all one people. And if one of us is in trouble, all of us is in trouble. We need to reach out and embrace one another and get ready to work together. This is going to be a very difficult campaign. It is going to focus on splitting us apart, on telling folks that be afraid, be very afraid, because something different is coming. Well, you bet something different is coming, and it's long overdue.
I always worried that sexual orientation would get in the way of giving back, as many young and in fact LGBT people of all ages across the country feel. They could say, you know, if only I wasn't this way, I could be on the city council, or if only I wasn't this way, I could be a state senator. Well, those barriers are falling, and this has been a very exciting election nationally. I think we've put a number of chinks in the glass ceiling. We've shown this country is ready to elect a female president of the United States. We have also shown this country is ready to elect an African-American president of this United States. And right here in Colorado, the state of Amendment 2, the state of one of the co-sponsors of the marriage amendment, a state that did not, that outlawed same-sex marriage, we've shown that sexual orientation is not a barrier to serving in Congress from one of our suburban districts.
Yes, we have many problems, but we have come a long way. I remember back in 1992 when Pat Buchanan spoke at the Republican convention. Pat Buchanan spoke at the Republican convention and convened a culture war, basically, of left against right, gay against straight, red state against blue state. And today, that same Pat Buchanan sits beside me on MSNBC when we debate on TV on a weekly basis. The idea that I, as an openly gay African American, could challenge and sit there and talk to Pat Buchanan is in itself a form of progress, I think, for our country and our community. When a politician who marries a woman who is worth $100 million accuses a guy who just finished paying off his student loans of being a celebrity and gets away with it, we have more work to do. When a rich white guy who owns 7 houses and a private jet accuses a young black guy with 1 home of somehow being out of touch and gets away with it, we have a lot of work to do, folks. When a guy who admits he doesn't even know how to use a computer says he wants to be commander-in-chief of the most technologically sophisticated military on the planet, and nobody calls him on it, we have a lot of work to do. I'm not finished. When a guy who says he doesn't know a lot about the economy wants to lead our country during a period of serious economic crisis and gets away with it, we have a lot of work to do. When a guy who voted with George Bush 95% of the time last year suddenly claims he's an independent guy and gets away with it, we have a lot of work to do. When a Republican who wears $520 shoes from Italy criticizes a Democrat who gives a speech in Germany and gets away with it, we have a lot of work to do. When a guy who says he will appoint conservative, anti-choice justices to the U.S. Supreme Court somehow gets the support of pro-choice women who are angry about the primary election, we have a lot of work to do.